Wait, is this actually real? After 9 years, one of the most iconic project groups in K-pop is finally coming back. But not all the members are joining? Yeah, this comeback is already emotional and a little complicated. So let's talk about what's going on with I.O.I. Because if you were around during 2016, you already know this is a huge deal. And if you weren't, you're about to understand why fans are losing it right now. So here's what happened. Earlier this week, the agency Swing Entertainment officially announced that I.O.I will be returning to the music scene next month, marking their 10th anniversary and ending a hiatus that has lasted almost a decade. And the moment that news dropped, fans immediately went into shock. Because for years, people have been hoping for a reunion, but no one really expected it to actually happen, especially with how busy all the members have been with their own careers. But now, it's confirmed. The group is releasing a brand new EP titled I.O.I/Loop on May 19th. And that alone already feels surreal, because the last time we saw them together was back in early 2017, after their final concert before disbandment. And ever since then, the members have gone their separate ways, joining new groups, acting, going solo, basically building completely different paths. So the idea of them coming back together after all this time feels almost impossible. And yet, it's happening. But it doesn't stop there. Because along with the album, a full promotional schedule has already been revealed, and it's packed. There's a pre-release track dropping on May 4th, which means fans are going to get a taste of the comeback even before the official EP release. And then, at the end of the month, starting May 29th, I.O.I will be holding a 3-day concert at Jamsil Indoor Stadium in Seoul, which is honestly the perfect way to celebrate a reunion like this, because it gives fans a chance to actually see them together again on stage, something many people thought would never happen again. And for a moment, everything about this comeback sounds like a dream, like a full-circle moment for both the group and their fans. But, and this is where things get complicated, not all members will be participating in the promotions, because out of the original 11 members, only 9 will be actively promoting this comeback, with Kang and Jieqiong sitting out due to individual schedules. And this detail has already sparked mixed reactions, because while fans are obviously excited to see the group return, there's also a sense of something missing, since part of what made I.O.I so special was the full lineup that fans fell in love with back in 2016. And speaking of 2016, let's take a quick step back, because to really understand why this comeback matters, you have to remember how I.O.I was formed. The group came out of the survival show Produce 101, which was a massive cultural moment at the time. Fans voted for their favorite trainees, watched their journeys, got emotionally invested. And when the final lineup was announced, it created one of the most talked about girl groups of that era. And even though I.O.I was always meant to be temporary, they made a huge impact in a very short time, with songs like Very 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 and Downpour becoming fan favorites, and their popularity skyrocketed almost instantly. But because they were a project group, their time together was limited. And in January 2017, they officially disbanded after their final concert, which for many fans felt way too soon, like there was still so much more they could have done. And ever since then, the idea of a reunion has always been there, kind of like a what if in the back of every fan's mind. But as the years passed, it started to feel less and less likely, because coordinating schedules across multiple agencies and careers is incredibly difficult, especially after such a long time. So when this comeback was announced, it didn't just feel like a normal return, it felt like something fans had been waiting for without even knowing if it would ever happen. And that's why the reaction has been so emotional, because for older fans, this is nostalgia hitting all at once. It's a reminder of a specific era in K-pop that felt different. And for newer fans, it's a chance to experience a group they may have only heard about before. But at the same time, there are still questions, because while 9 members are participating, 2 are not. And even though the reason given is scheduling conflicts, some fans are wondering if there could be more behind it, while others are choosing to focus on the positive side, saying that even having 9 members reunite after 9 years is already something special. And then there's the public reaction outside the fandom, which has been largely curious and intrigued, because project group reunions like this don't happen often, especially after such a long gap. And it raises bigger questions about whether we might start seeing more reunions from other produced groups in the future, or if this is a one-time event tied specifically to I.O.I's anniversary. And looking at the timeline, everything is happening very quickly. The announcement drops, the pre-release is just days away, the album follows, and then the concert, all within the same month, which creates a sense of urgency and excitement. Like fans don't have time to overthink it, they just have to experience it as it comes. And maybe that's part of the magic, because instead of dragging it out, the comeback feels like a concentrated moment of celebration, something that brings everyone back together even for a short time. And that also brings up another interesting point. Is this a one-time reunion, or could it lead to something more? Because right now, it's being framed as a special anniversary comeback. But depending on how successful it is, there's always a possibility that more activities could follow, although nothing has been confirmed. And that uncertainty adds another layer to how fans are reacting, because they don't know if this is something to fully invest in long-term, or if it's more like a limited event that will end as quickly as it began. And at the center of all of this are the members themselves, who are stepping back into a group dynamic after years of doing their own thing, which isn't easy because they've all grown, changed, and developed individually. So seeing how they come back together again, both musically and personally, is something a lot of people are looking forward to. And it's also a reminder of how unique project groups are in K-pop, because even after disbandment, the connection between members and fans doesn't fully disappear. It just kind of waits for a moment like this to come back to life. And now that moment is here, even if it's not exactly the same as before. And maybe that's okay, because sometimes a reunion doesn't have to be perfect to be meaningful. Sometimes it's enough that it happens at all. And that's kind of the feeling surrounding this comeback right now. It's not perfect, it's not complete, but it's real and it's happening. And for many fans, that's more than enough. So now, I really want to know what you think about this. Are you excited to see I.O.I return even with only 9 members? Or does it feel incomplete without the full lineup? And do you think this is just a one-time reunion, or could it lead to something bigger? But what do you think? Whose side are you on?